Now, if you take a look here, this is a picture of a gold chain and a clasp that the PD has in its possession.
Gary, wait a minute. What are you saying?
Lorna, just concentrate on that picture and you tell me if that looks like the same chain.
It looks like it could be it. It looks an awful lot like it.
Good.
Lorna, do you remember if you were wearing that chain when the stalker attacked you?
Yeah. Yeah, I was wearing it. Wait a minute. What are you saying? That's why the stalker went after me and tried...
It's looking that way.
Yeah. Well, then can it at least help you catch?
Stalker's got it. He's got what he wanted. Now maybe the killing will stop.
Cass is telling Charlie right now.
Police any closer to catching the killers?
No, I don't.
Look, Judy Burrell sent some food over. You've got one heck of a friend there, Felicia.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I noticed this. I think your staff is going to need a lot of help at the hospital.
Yeah, Rita and I have called in a grief counselor.
I think I'll take this into the kitchen. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, have you seen Vicky, by the way?
Yeah, she's in with Charlie, and Donna's there, and Cass. I'll be right back.
How is Cass?
Can only imagine.
I can't. You know, I gotta say, you and I, every time we try to connect, you know, it's difficult, and I know this makes me just think that life's too short, you know,
I love you, too.
I was wrong. Everybody should be with somebody that they love and that loves them back, and you and Felicia, you belong together.
Sounds like the same thing with you and Donna. But then again, what do I know?
Tell me, are they all right? Has Cass told her?
He's telling her now.
How could Frankie die? Rachel, it's not fair.
Of course it isn't fair. She died a pointless, meaningless, violent death, and it's going to make it very hard to wrap our brains around.
What's Cass gonna do? They love each other so much.
All lovers young. All lovers must consign to thee and come to dust.
What can we do?
Everyone's meeting over at the house.
All right, I'll see if Tony can watch Dante for a while. Oh, Rachel. Joe's not gonna have a mother now. Rachel, can I come home with you? Nick's not home and I don't want to...
I'm not going home, Maggie. I'm going back to Cass. You may come too if you like.
No, I can't go. He's not gonna want to see me now. I was horrible to Frankie and he knows all the terrible things I said.
Maggie, I don't have time for this right now. This isn't about you. It's about Cass and Charlie and what they're going through. And it is time now for them to have all of their friends gather and help support them through this. O grave, where is thy victory? How do we find meaning out of such a violent end? I don't know any other way than by refusing to descend into the madness. Everything Frankie stood for must live on in us. That's Frankie's gift.
It wasn't exactly Frankie's dream come true when she got stuck with me for a stepdaughter. But even after all the stuff I pulled, she forgave me. She said I was still part of the family. Frankie, I promise you I'm going to be there for Charlie. She still has a sister, okay?
Joe told Frankie first that he was in love with me. She was there for him through all that craziness with Jake. It meant so much to Joe that she was on his side. Who knows if it hadn't been for Frankie. Frankie's faith and those wonderful vibes of hers, Joe and I might not be Dante's mom and dad today.
The Winthrops didn't have faith in anything besides money until Frankie Frame came along.
You rescued Cass from an empty life. And then I showed up to Bay City, and you were the only one who welcomed me with open arms. You brought Cass and I back together. Best of all, I got to see the love that you put into every single minute you had with your daughter. Charlie won't ever forget how much you love her. She'll never forget you. Neither will I.
Can't help thinking if Ryan were here, he would have found some way to save Frankie. She'd still have her life. What is Charlie gonna do now that Frankie can't hold her anymore?
My darling Frankie. Always for the rest of my life, I'll carry you in my heart. I'll remember your laugh. I'll remember your honesty, even when it hurt to be honest. But most of all, I'll remember the love you had for my best friend. Frankie wanted our friendship back. I know I have to be grateful for that.
Frankie never stopped loving you.
When we fell in love, it caused her a lot of pain, and we lost a lot of time.
Time is not in our hands.
Isn't it? I'm not saying that we shouldn't have fallen in love, but Cass and Frankie, they're my dearest friends. I should have tried harder to make her understand. Why?
Because she came to you when she was ready.
I know, but now it's too late. Can't make up the time.
No, that's not how it works. You're a wonderful mother to Lorna. Not because you tried to make up for time or a childhood, but because of the way you love her now.
Why do you think this happened to Frankie?
I don't know. But it did. And we have to go on from here.
I think Charlie knew. I think she knew. I could tell by the look on her face when Cass walked into the room. She was trying so hard to pretend and to be brave.
Well, that's definitely something you know a lot about.
You know, I saw a beautiful little miniature tea set in the shop window the other day, and I just stood there and stared at it for the longest time, and all of a sudden I said, what am I doing this for? My grandchildren are boys. I want to get it for Charlie. You think that would be okay?
You know, I think that, I don't know, I've known you so long. I keep expecting that, you know, I know you completely. And then you come along and you do something that completely surprises me.
That I'm upset about Frankie's death?
No. But you got such a good heart. And anything you want to do for Charlie, anything at all, please just include me in. Okay?
Gabe, there was this gold chain.
I know. Watson Sinclair just called. I spoke to them.
Did you know about it? I mean, I had it in my jewelry box for the longest time. I feel so guilty about all of this.
Josie told me that you were wearing it when you were attacked. That could have been you.
Gabe, I told you, I'm not going anywhere.
so wrong. So wrong. I just can't get this out of my head that we're here in Frankie's house without Frankie. And the thing that makes me nuts is that he's still out there and he keeps getting away with it.
Do you have any more leads?
No, damn it, we don't have anything. We have the same thing we had since the night Blair Baker was shot.
Take it easy.
Which is obviously not enough.
Take it easy, okay?
I can't do that. I owe Frankie, I owe Cass and Charlie and everybody that Frankie loved.